Good evening, everyone. This is Robert. RJO Network presents another exciting edition of Inside Pitch. The 1999 postseason is on the air. We are at Three Rivers Stadium. This is Game 1 of the National League Wild Card Series between the San Francisco Giants and the Pittsburgh Pirates. Before we begin tonight's game, this is how my postseasons usually go. We usually start with a wild card series for the first time in a while. Both leagues are sending 6 teams into the postseason. The number 6 plays the 5 in a 1 game. The winner of that will play the number 4 in a 1 game. And then we have a best of 5 division, best of 7 championship, and of course, best of 7 World Series. That is how I do this. That is the structure of how the postseason usually goes. I build 26-man rosters, 13 pitchers, 13 batters. Utilizing Action PC Baseball, I find out which players were active at the end of the season. Of course, if anybody was injured at the end of the year or such as that, and they would not make the postseason roster. I always have players in reserve in case of readiness, and I always try to get at least a fair share of starters and relievers. Utilizing Baseball Reference, utilizing the rosters I choose, I put together a best lineup that I possibly can, utilizing the help of Baseball Reference. Not every team will have platoons. Some teams will go ahead and have their starters, eight position players will play throughout the entire postseason. There may be a platoon where I may have a lefty go up against a righty or a righty go up against a lefty to start. Okay, that only depends on the at-bats. If both players at a certain position had this very close to the same amount of bats, I will platoon them. Okay, and of course that's how I do platooning. Injuries in the postseason are full-time, which means if any player is injured in the postseason and is out for a legitimate amount of time, he could miss the entire season, the entire postseason. So there have been injuries, okay, throughout my playoffs. So definitely injuries do matter here in a postseason series. We, of course, have the wild card series, the division series, then the championship series. We will then have our next Inside Pitch season selection show, which will decide 4 seasons for you guys to vote on for the next season to start in January 5th of 2026. And, of course, we have the World Series, and then we have the season review and reveal show, which will decide the season that will be next to be played. That is how a postseason goes here on the network. Clee baseball fan, Vita Productions, David Vega, and Ben Witz are first to join us here at Three Rivers Stadium. So the Giants were the 6th seed. The Pirates are the 5 seed. So we are at Three Rivers for this 1-game playoff. The winner of this game will go to Shea Stadium to play the Mets, who wound up the 4 seed, as Chuck Rawlings now joins us here. So if everybody is set and ready to go, we got some serious baseball to play. The postseason is here. We are ready. Is everybody set for the playoffs? We all know everybody loves the playoffs here on RJL Network, and I'm expecting this 99 season postseason to be very interesting. So, Ben Witz has got me on the big TV. Oh boy, I know I made the big time when I'm on the big screen. So, it's all set and ready. Let's get started. I also do keep, by the way, batting average stats and home runs, okay, hit by players to choose an MVP at the end of the postseason. So I do keep track of that. And of course, pitchers, wins and losses, holds and saves. That also helps me in case I'm going to choose a pitcher for an MVP. Only one pitcher was chosen for an MVP at the end of a postseason, and that was Roger Nelson of the 1972 Kansas City Royals. He was the only pitcher chosen, okay, to get the MVP in any of my postseasons. But now it's time to play 1999. Hope everyone is set and ready to go. Let's get things going. Starting pitcher for the Pittsburgh Pirates, their number 1 starter, Todd Ritchie, 15 wins, 9 losses, a 3.50 ERA in 99. He gets the call tonight. He is the starter, the number 1 pitcher for the Pirates. Giants coming into Three Rivers Stadium. Everything is on the line. It's one game to move on to play the Mets. Anything can happen in inside pitch, and usually does. Let's go to the top of the first. Leading off for the Giants, center fielder Marvin Bernard, 290 average, 16 homers, 64 RBIs in 99. We're going to use yellow, white, and black dice. Pirates are the home team. Not an empty seat anywhere here at TRS. Three Rivers Stadium was a bit of a pitcher's park in 99. 171 home runs hit there. It'll add 2 to strikeouts. So, yes, congratulations on the Brewers winning the National League Central. They are going to be a very tough out, and I don't think my Mets are going to get in there. So, let's see if my Mets in 99 can do a little better. Ritchie is set. The fans are ready. Let the 99 postseason begin. Ritchie, 5-4 against the lefty, blank. Bernard, 3-6, and it's a ground out to short, and that'll be handled by Abraham Nunez, and he'll throw it over to first for out number 1. Craig Scarborough joins us here at Three Rivers Stadium. Next batter, the third baseman, Bill Miller, 290 average, 2 homers, 36 RBIs. Ritchie, 2-1, home run result, but Miller has zeros as a righty against righties. Miller, 4-6, he's going to chop it right back to Ritchie. Ritchie will get that and toss it over to out number for first for out number 2. And the next batter is the left fielder. Put him in the Hall of Fame already. Bonds, Barry Bonds, 262 average, 34 homers, 83 RBIs in 99. Ritchie will deal. Ritchie, 5-5 against the lefty, blank. Bonds, 5-4, ground out to second base. And that's going to be Warren Morris getting to that. And he will take it, toss it over, and retire the side. 1, 2, 3, go the G-men. We go to the bottom of the first. Starting pitcher for the San Francisco Giants tonight. Their number 1 starter, Russ Ortiz. 18 wins, 9 losses, a 3.81 ERA in 99. XSG2 joins us here at Three Rivers Stadium. Leading off for the Pirates, left fielder Al Martin, 277 average, 24 homers, 63 RBIs that year. Ortiz, 4-4, strikeout, got him. That's going to be the first strikeout for Ortiz. He had 164 of them in 99. Next batter, the shortstop, Abraham Nunez, 220 average, no homers, 17 RBIs that season. Ortiz, 6-6 against the switch left. That's a blank. Nunez, 1-4, and he's going to smack one into right field, and that's going to go all the way to the wall. That's going to be a double. Nunez will get a double and head to second base. So a big run already for the Pirates. And the next batter is the center fielder, Brian Giles, 315 average, 39 homers, 115 RBIs. Doug Hunt joins us here at Three Rivers Stadium. Strategy roll for Nunez, he'll stay put. Ortiz, 3-6, that's a walk plus, and that'll be ball 4. So Ortiz will now walk Giles. First walk given up by Ortiz. He had 120 of them in 99, not good control. And now the first baseman, Kevin Young, 298 average, 26 homers, 106 RBIs that year. Infield, a double play depth. Strategy, nothing on the 10. Ortiz, 3-6, that's a walk plus, and now the bases are loaded. So now bases full of bucks. Early on here, second walk given up by Ortiz. And that will bring up the third baseman, Mike Benjamin, 247 average, a homer, 37 RBIs. One thing I try to do is I try to put the position players in their best available positions. Mike Benjamin is at third base. He's a 5-0-0. He could have played second base as well. Pirates actually have pretty decent fielding. Strategy roll. Infield's going to stay at double play depth. It's early. Nothing on the 4. Ortiz will pitch. Ortiz, 4-5, hit by pitch, and plunk, he hit him. Ortiz hits Benjamin, he'll bring in a run. First hit batter of the game. As he hits Benjamin, he's a 4. Ortiz -1 makes him a 3. That's a 2. He'll bring in Nunez. And right now, Ortiz can't get out of the first inning. As he plunks Benjamin, it's 1-0 Pirates. And now the batter is the second baseman, Warren Morris. 288 average, 15 homers, 73 RBIs. Infield will still stay at double play depth. Giles, Young, and Benjamin, the bases are still full of bucks. Strategy roll, nothing on the 15. Ortiz will go ahead and deal. Ortiz, 4-6, it's a blank. Morris, 4-4 against the righty. It's a ground ball to third. Can they turn it? 2-2-3. Second base pivot, Kent -1. A 1-2. It's a double play. No, the only play will be to first. So Giles will score. Young goes to third. Benjamin to second. Morris is out. 2 down, but now 2-0 Pirates. At least the Giants do get the out. So that does bring in another run on a ground ball to third. And now the right fielder, Brant Brown, 232 average, 16 homers, 58 RBIs that year. So now 2-0 in favor of the Pirates. Strategy roll, that's a 6. Or nothing happening. Ortiz, 6-4, error on a throw. Brown, 1-2. Nope, that's going to be a fly ball to right field. And Ellis Burks is going to get to it. He'll make the catch. Retire the side. 2 runs, 1 hit, a couple of walks, and a hit batter. Could have been worse for the Giants, but they're only down 2-0 after 1. We go to the top of the second. Leading off for the G-men, second baseman Jeff Kent, 290 average, 23 homers, 101 RBIs that year. Ritchie, a 6-5 strikeout, no. Kent, 1-2, grounder right back to the pitcher. And Ritchie will take care of that and throw it over for the out. Next up, the first baseman, J.T. Snow. Always felt he was a solid player. 274 average, 24 homers, 98 RBIs in 99. Ritchie, a 6-6 at the blank. Snow, 3-5, base hit into right field. So Snow will get a single into right. That's the first hit for the G-men. And he'll go to first. And now the right fielder, Ellis Burks, 282 average, 31 homers, 96 RBIs in 99. Infield set for double play. Snow had no steals, and he won't get one here. Pitch from Ritchie, 3-3. That is a walk plus. It's ball 4. So now Ritchie, that is his first walk of the game. He had 51 of them in 99. So now runners at first and second. And here's the shortstop, Rich Aurelia, 281 average, 22 homers, 80 RBIs that year. Now runners at first and second for the Giants. Strategy, nothing on the 4. Snow stays put. Ritchie, a 3-6 at the blank. Aurelia, 1-2, fly ball left field. Al Martin's going to get to that one. That is going to be out number 2. JT Snow, is he going to try to take third? And that's a 5-1, and the answer is 5-1. Yes, he will. It's going to be deep enough as Snow is going to take third, and the 5 is going to keep Ellis Burks at first base, but there are now 2 outs. Deep enough, Snow, decent speed actually, will take third base on the out, but now 2 away. Advances with the trailing runner. That 5 is higher than the 2, so Burke stays put. But now 2 away, and that'll bring up the catcher, Brent Maine. 301 average, 2 homers, 39 RBIs in 99. So now runners at the corners with 2 outs here in the top of the second. Strategy, and Burks will stay put. Ritchie, 3-4. That's a blank. Maine, 2-2, and a grounder to second base. That'll be handled by Morris. He's going to throw to first to get Maine, and the inning is over. No runs and a hit and a walk. And the Giants strand a couple, and we'll go to the bottom of the second. Leading on for the Pirates is the catcher, Joe Oliver. 201 average, a homer, 13 RBIs. Jason Kendall was hurt at the end of the season for the Pirates. He did not make the postseason roster. Ortiz will pitch. Ortiz, 5-1. That's at the park. Three Rivers, 2-3. And it's a fly ball to center. And Marvin Bernard will get to that, and that will be the first out. Next batter is the pitcher, Todd Ritchie, a 151 average and an RBI that year. Ortiz, 4-4, strikeout. Go get him. And that's the second K for Ortiz, 2 down. And now Martin. Martin's 0-for-1. Ortiz will deal. Ortiz, 5-4 against the lefty. It's blank. Martin, 5-6, a ground out to second. That'll be taken care of there by Kent. And Kent will toss it over and retire the side. 1-2-3, go the Bucks. A much better inning for Russ Ortiz. 2-0 after 2. We go to the third. Leading off for the Giants is the pitcher, Russ Ortiz. He had a 197 average he could hit, and he does have a home run in 99. He had 8 RBIs, too, so Ortiz, a capable hitter. Ritchie, 6-3, strikeout, no. Ortiz, a 6-5, and Ortiz will help his cause a little bit. That's going to be a double into right field. So Ortiz will wind up at second base on a leadoff double. Ortiz says, DH? I don't need no stinking DH. Next batter is Bernard. Bernard is 0-for-1. Ortiz on at second. Strategy, nothing on the 3. Ortiz stays put. Ritchie, 4-6, range play. Bernard, 5-1, base hit left field, but it's a range play for Martin. Martin's range is a 3. Nope, it's going to drop in for a hit. Ortiz will hold at third. Since it's a range play, they only get one base on a failed range play with no outs, so not sure he's going to get caught. So Ortiz will wind up at third, but runners at the corners and no one out. Tough play from Martin, and now the batter is Miller. Miller is 0-for-1. Infield set for double play. Pirates will give up the run with runners at the corners and no one out here in the top of the third. I will use the chart if it's an infield in play. Ritchie will strategy roll, and Bernard, he will stay put. Miller gets the bunt sign, but he'll swing. Ritchie, 6-5, strikeout, and got him. Big K by Ritchie. Big strikeout. That's the first strikeout for Ritchie at 107 of them in 99. 1 down. But now here comes Barry Bonds. Bonds is 0-for-1. Ritchie better be careful. And any type of a meatball, and it's out of there. Ortiz on at third. Bernard on at second. Strategy. Nothing on the 5. Bernard actually will stay put. Ritchie will deal with Bonds. Fans here at Three Rivers hoping Ritchie gets a good pitch. Ritchie, 3-3. Now that's a walk plus, and that's going to walk Bonds, and the bases are loaded for the G-men. That is the second walk by Todd Ritchie. And now with bases loaded, here comes Kent. Kent is 0-for-1. Infield staying at double play depth. Bases full of G-men. Top of the third. Pirates lead 2-0 in a one-game playoff here in the National League Wild Card Series. Strategy roll. Nothing happening on the 3. Ritchie will go ahead, and he will pitch. And that die goes all the way in there. We'll do the roll. He will pitch. 2-4. It's a blank. Kent. 4-2. It's a ground ball to third. Do they turn it? 3, 4, 5. Second base pivot. Morris is 0. A 1-5. The Pirates get out of it, and they don't. Of course, it's a 6. So Ortiz will come in to score. Bernard goes to third. Bonds goes to second. Kent is out. 2 down. It's 2-1. The infield was back, not in. I roll a 1-5, and of course you roll a 6. How many times I need that? It always seems to happen. But it's now 2-1 as the Giants are on the board. Ritchie can't believe they couldn't turn the 2. The batter now is Snow. Snow got a single his first time up. 2 men down, but now a 2-1 lead. Strategy roll. Ritchie, nothing happening there. Ritchie will pitch. Ritchie, 5-3. That's another walk. He'll walk Snow. So now he walks Snow. That is the third walk given up by Ritchie. And once again, the bases are loaded for Burks. Burks walked his first time up. As a Mets fan, I'd rather play the Pirates instead of the Giants. The Giants have a habit of knocking out the Mets on the board. They've done it a couple of times. Strategy roll. Nothing on the 9. Ritchie will go ahead and deal. Ritchie, 6-4. It's a blank. Burks, 5-6. And against the righty, it's a grounder to second base. That'll get picked up by Morris. He's going to throw to first to get Burks, and the inning is over. They do get a run. 1 run on 2 hits and a couple of walks. 2-1 now, as we now go to the bottom of the third. I know I shouldn't talk. My Dolphins absolutely stink. But any day does anybody have a problem if I say any day the Cowboys and the Jets lose is a good day in the NFL? We go to the bottom of the third. Leading off for the Bucs will be Abraham Nunez. And he got a double his first time up. 2-1 Pirates, bottom of the third. Ortiz, 4-4, strikeout. He'll get Nunez. That is the third K for Ortiz. Ortiz can pitch to 28, and Ritchie can pitch to 27. So 1 out there. And now the batter is Giles. Giles walked his first time up. Ortiz will deal. Ortiz, 3-2, home run chance. The 14 is high. Giles, 6-3, and he hits a deep fly ball to center field. He'll stay up there. And Marvin Bernard's going to get near the track, but he'll get there. It's 1 out. Actually, 2 outs. Here's Young. Young walked his first time up. Ortiz, a 6-1. That's a walk plus. He'll walk Young. So Ortiz walks another one, and that is his third walk of the game. Third walk of the game now with Young on it first. It'll bring up Benjamin. Benjamin got hit by a pitch his first time up. Young had 22 steals, and he gets the jump, and they're going to send him. 14 plus 2 is 16. Brent Maina, 0. Young on his way to second, a 1-16. He is safe. And it's a possible bad throw by Maine. His error rating is a 3. Oh, what a great play by Jeff Kent to prevent the ball from going out into the outfield, but Young is safe on a stolen base. So stolen base for Young, as now he's at second, now a man in scoring position for Benjamin. Good play there by Kent, prevent the ball from going out into the outfield. Re-roll the strat. Young will stay at second. Ortiz, 1-6. That's at the park. TRS, 6-2. It's a blank. We'll have a rare play. So rare plays, men on from at the park. 14, bad hop grounder to second base. Check for G4 error. Check second base for injury. Hits the second base. That's Kent. Check for error. Kent's error rating is a 5. He won't make an error. Kent will get it. He'll throw to first, and that will retire the side. But now check second base for injury. Is Kent going to be hurt? Oh, boy. So Young is out. So Benjamin is out at first. We got to check to see if Kent is out. And it's not good for Kent, as I will roll on the chart. Jeff Kent has an injury rating of 2. So let's see how bad. Let's see if he's hurt. We check this one first. That is a 1. He's just out for the game. Wow. Kent is out for the game. That could have been a lot worse. So Kent says, I think I pulled a muscle, said, don't worry, go take a seat. You're done. So Kent's going to leave the game. He's out. And they're going to bring in a new second baseman. It's going to be FP Santangelo, who will come in and play second base for the rest of the ball game. So timeout as Kent is done for the game. And now Santangelo will come on and will come second base. And he is a 3-0-0. And he's going to go to 2. But nothing across except a walk. We go to the top of the 4th, 2-1 in favor of the Pirates. On to the 4th inning. Todd Ritchie back there. That could have been disastrous if Kent was hurt for a while. But he will just be out for the game, which means if the Giants win, he will return for the second game of the NLWS. Rich Aurelia leads off for the Giants. He is 0 for 1. That's the one thing I like about doing my postseasons. You get injuries. Sometimes someone may be hurt, a key player that can prevent a team that usually won it all not do it. Ritchie, 5-3. That is a walk plus, and he'll walk Aurelia. Ritchie having problems now with the walk bug. That's his 4th. Ritchie only had 51 walks in 99. Must have the jitters. And that'll bring up Maine. Maine is 0 for 1. Infield set for double play. Aurelia had 2 steals, and he doesn't get the jump. Ritchie will go ahead and deal. Ritchie, 3-1 against the lefty. It's blank. Maine, 5-3. Fly ball to right field. And that's going to be Brown to get that. And that'll be the first out. Next up is Ortiz. Ortiz is probably going to bunt here. Although Ortiz did get a double his first time up. Strategy roll, that's a 14. Nothing will happen. And he is going to go ahead and lay down the bunt. Corners are in. So the bunt, 1-3. That's at the park. That is ignored. Ortiz, actually got a roll here. Ortiz, that is bunted right back to the pitcher, right back to Ritchie. So Ortiz's bunt rating becomes a 2. And that is a 16. And the lead runner is thrown out, and Ortiz is safe at first. Bad bunt back to Ritchie. Ritchie gets it, throws it over to second to get Aurelia. Ortiz is safe at first, and that's 2 down. Not a good bunt. So that will go as a fielder's choice. And now the batter is Bernard. Bernard 1 for 2 with a single, but now 2 away here on the top of the 4th. 2-1 Pirates. Strategy roll for Ortiz. He's going to stay where he is. Ritchie, 5-5 against the lefty. It's a blank. Bernard, 2-3. Base hit, center field. Ortiz has 2 outs. His base running rating is a 3. It's hit to center field. 1-2. 1-2, and he is going to hold. Ortiz is going to hold at second base. He's not going anywhere, and he's going to hold at second. Ortiz not very fast, so he holds there. So Bernard gets his second hit of the ball game. But now the tying runs at second. Here's Miller. Miller is 0 for 2. Still 2 outs, top of the 4th, 2-1 Pirates. Winner of this game goes to Shea to play the Mets. Strategy roll, nothing on the 9. Ritchie will deal. Ritchie, 2-4, it's blank. Miller, 4-4, ground ball to short. That's it, right to Nunez. He'll take it. He'll throw to first to get Miller, and that retires the side. No runs, one hit, a walk, and that does it as more Giants runners are stranded. We go to the bottom of the fourth. Ortiz back on the mound. And Warren Morris leads off for the Pirates, and he's 0 for 1. This is 1999. I am using a 4-man starting rotation for each team. Ortiz will go ahead and deal. Ortiz, 5-6 range play. Morris, 3-3 fly ball center field. It's hit to Bernard. His range is a 2. And that's going to be a base hit. He won't get there for it, and it will be just a little bit in front of him. And Morris gets a leadoff single. So hit from Morris. Next batter is Brown. And Brown is 0 for 1. Infield set for double play. Strategy, nothing on the 12. Morris doesn't get the jump. Ortiz, 6-3. It's a blank. Brown, 2-1. And that is a ground ball to short. 1-1-2. Second base, pivot. Santangelo was 0. A 1-2, it's a double play. And that's going to go to first also. So now play on Morris. Must have gotten a good jump, but they'll make sure they get the out. And that's one away. So Morris goes to second, 1 down. And now Oliver, the batter, is 0 for 1. Baseball with the Demos joins us here at Three Rivers Stadium. Please check out his amazing channel. Baseball Demos is one of the best in the business. I absolutely love his Demolition League. Looking forward to more of that for 2025. By the way, Dave, I actually did watch your History Maker baseball video on how to create the cards. I don't think you could have done that any better. Strategy roll. Morris will stay at second base. Ortiz, 1-6. It's at the park. Three Rivers, 6-1. Ground ball to short. That'll be handled there by Aurelia. Throw goes to first for the out. And Morris he'll stay at second, 2 down. 2 outs now, and here comes Ritchie. Ritchie is 0 for 1. Yes, the one thing of baseball with the baseball demos, definitely know nobody beats the managing here on this channel, but nobody can beat the Fluffy Cat. The Fluffy Cat wins overall. Morris on at second. Strategy roll. Nothing. That's a 1. He gets the jump to go to third, but he'll stay put. Ortiz. 1-5. It's a blank. Ritchie. 3-4. Grounded to first. Easy play for JT Snow. And he will take it to the bag himself. Retire the side. No runs and a hit. We got a decent pitcher's duel going on here. 2-1 Pirates after 4. Yep, Fluffy Cat rules. Nobody beats the Fluffy Cat. Nope, no one beats the Fluffy Cat. Top of the 5th, leading off will be Bonds. Barry Bonds. He's 0 for 1 with a walk. Ritchie will go ahead and pitch. 2-1 Pirates. Ritchie will deal. Ritchie, 4-6, range play. Bonds, 5-5, ground ball to short. It's hit to Nunez. His range is a 4. He's got it. Nice play by Nunez. And he'll toss it over for out number 1. That'll bring up the new second baseman, FP Santangelo, coming in for the injured Jeff Kent. Kent will be back for game number 2, if, of course, the Giants make it there. Santangelo with .260 average, 3 homers, 26 RBIs in 99, as Santangelo is now taken over at second base. Ritchie, 5-3. That is a walk plus, and he'll walk Santangelo. Ritchie having control. That is his 5th walk of the game. He only had 51 of them in 99. So tough, have jitters here. Next batter is Snow. Snow 1-for-1, single and a walk. Santangelo could steal bases. He had 12 of them. That is a 4. He's not getting that. JT Snow does get the hit and run. He gets the hit and run sign, but Snow hits home runs pretty well against righties. He's going to swing away normally. Infield double play. Ritchie, 3-5 against the lefty. That is another walk plus, and that is the 6th walk given up by Ritchie. They're going to go out to the mound and check out on him. He said, man, you didn't give up many walks in the regular season. I mean, what are you doing here? So now runners at first and second for Burks. Burks is 0-for-1 with a walk. So Ritchie trying to get out of this jam here with 1 out in the top of the 5th. 2-1 Pirates. Good pitchers matchup between Ritchie and Ortiz. Strategy. Nothing happening on the 8th. Ritchie will deal. Ritchie, 1-5, strikeout. That just missed. Burks, 3-6, powers one into left field. That's a 17. You got to be kidding me. He just missed it. A home run, a 16 would have been a home run. That's a 17. It's going to be a fly ball to left field. Going back for that is Martin. He's at the track. He's at the wall. He'll make the catch. That is out number 2. Will Santangelo go to third? A 5-1. I think the answer is yes. And yeah, he will go to third. It was deep enough. And Snow will stay at first base. There's 2 outs. Burks cannot believe that ball didn't leave the yard. Just missed it. 2 down, and here's Aurelia. As Ritchie wipes the sweat off his brow. He thought that ball was out of here, but the wind or something like that must have kept it in the park just by enough. And now Aurelia, the batter, he's 0-for-1 with a walk, 2 outs. Ritchie 1 out away from getting out of this jam in the 5th. 2-1 Pirates. Strategy roll. Nothing happening. Ritchie will deal. Ritchie, 4-3, range play at the park. Defense has got to come up big. 3 Rivers. 4-4. It's going to be a double to left field, but Al Martin's going back for it. He's got to make this play. His range is a 3. He leaps. And he can't get it. It's going to be a double. Santangelo will score. On a double with 2 outs, Snow will come in to score. Aurelia goes to second. 3-2 Giants. Stadium groans. 2 RBI double for Aurelia. Martin couldn't get to it. And now the Giants have a 3-2 lead. With 2 outs, it's an automatic 3-base advance on a range play double. Because they're off on contact. Now the batter is Maine. Oh, those bases on balls. Maine is 0-for-2. 2 outs here, top of the 5th. Now 3-2 Giants. Strategy roll for here. Aurelia will stay put. Ritchie will deal. Ritchie, 1-1. Another range play. Maine, 3-4. It's a grounder to first. That ball is hit to Young. Young was excellent. His range is a 5, and it's a 3. He'll get this one. Young has got it. Ritchie will come on over and receive the throw, and that will retire the side. 2 runs on only 1 hit, but a couple of walks. The Giants have taken a 1-run lead going in the bottom of the 5th. Still plenty of baseball left. Top of the order for the Pirates. Here's Al Martin. Martin's 0-for-2. Ortiz will go ahead, and he will deal. Ortiz, 2-4. Strikeout. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. That's the 4th strikeout for Ortiz, and that's 1 out. Nunez is next. Nunez 1-for-2 with a double. Ortiz, a 5-1. That's at the park. 3 Rivers. 2-4. Double into center field. The Pirates get the tying run on. That's going to bounce off the wall out there. Nunez will slide in to second base. That's his second double of the game. And they'll bring up Giles. Giles 0 for 1 with a walk. Is there anything better than playoff hockey? Might be maybe the best, but playoff baseball is not too bad either. Strategy rolled. That's a 20. Ortiz turns around to try to get Nunez. Oh, but Nunez will get back. Now Ortiz will deal with Giles. Ortiz 2-1 strikeout. No. Giles 5-2 pumped up. Pump fly ball to first base. JT Snow says he'll get it. And he will. That's going to be in foul territory. It's out number 2. 2 down now, and here's Young. Young has walked twice. Nunez on at second. He'll stay at second. Ortiz. A 5-4 against the righty. Strikeout plus. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And that will retire the side. 5th strikeout for Ortiz. No runs and a hit. Since the Pirates got 2 runs on a hit, Ortiz has shut him down the rest of the way. 3-2 after 5. Yes, hockey is getting ready to underway very soon. I heard my Panthers did not do very well in preseason today, but I really don't care about that. All that matters is game 1 against the Chicago Blackhawks as we raise another Stanley Cup championship banner, by the way. Top of the 6th, Giants lead 3-2. And leading off for the Giants is Russ Ortiz. They're going to let him bat. Ritchie can pitch to one more batter before he tires. Ritchie's going to stay out there. Ritchie will deal. Ritchie, 3-4. It's a blank. Ortiz, 1-5. Ground out to short. It'll be handled by Nunez. Nunez has got it. Throws it over. 1 down. Now Ritchie is tired. And the batter is Bernard. And they're going to let Ritchie pitch to Bernard. Bernard is 2 for 3 with 2 singles. Ritchie will go ahead. And he will. Yeah, I know. The Panther, there was none of the main starters played. I know that. Ritchie, 6-4. It's a blank. Bernard, 5-3. Base hit right field. Ritchie cannot get him out. That's going to be a single to right. Bernard gets his 3rd hit of the game. It'll bring up Miller. And that's going to be it for Ritchie. He is coming out. So the Pirates are going to yank Ritchie out now. He's going to leave with the L. And I think they're going to bring on a lefty here to pitch to Miller, turn him around. So we're going to see a new pitcher for the Pirates, and it is going to be Scott Sauerbeck. 4 wins, 1 loss, 2 saves, a 2.00 ERA in 99. So Sauerbeck will come on to pitch as Ritchie leaves with the L at the moment. Infield is a double play depth. Bernard on it first, 1 out. 3-2 Giants, top of the 6th. Here in this National League wildcard game. Strategy roll. Bernard had 27 steals. He gets the jump. 13 minus 2 is 11. Oliver a +2. So it'd be a 1-13 to send him. A 65% chance to send him. Vida Productions. This is your team. What do you think? 65% chance. Marvin Bernard gets the jump. Do you send him or do you let Miller swing? This is your team there, V-Dub. So what do you do here? You send him. He has a 65% chance to take like Miller swing. Okay, so he calls off the steal. Sauerbeck will deal. Sauerbeck, 1-4 against the switch right walk. Ball 4, he walked him, and Sauerbeck cannot believe it. Sauerbeck says I was right over the plate. A 1-4 against the switch right is a walk, and against the lefty is 11. That is an 11. Sauerbeck cannot believe he walked him. And now here comes Bonds. Bonds is 0 for 2 with a walk. Sauerbeck will pitch to Bonds. Big time at bat here for Sauerbeck. Strategy roll. Nothing on the 2. Bernard actually gets the sign to go to third, gets the jump to go to third, but with Bonds at the plate, that would be a dumb thing. Sauerbeck will go ahead and he will pitch. Sauerbeck, 3-4 against the lefty. It's a blank. Bonds, 5-6. It's a fly ball to center field. Brian Giles is going to get that. That's going to be out number 2. Bernard, a 4-1. He'll make third easily on that. He will make third easily on that. And Miller is actually going to take second base. Bonds hit it deep enough so Miller actually takes second on the throw. That doesn't happen often, but it will happen there. So 2 down. Bonds hit it deep enough to move the runners over. Now Santangelo. Santangelo walked his first time up. Still two outs now. Sauerbeck trying to get the out. Santangelo hits lefties a lot better than righties. I'm wondering if you walk him and pitch to Snow. And I think that's what you're going to do. They're going to intentionally walk Santangelo, and they're going to pitch to JT Snow. So they walk him. Intentional walk. Sauerbeck can usually pitch to 4 batters. I'm not going to count that. So he is not tired yet, but he will pitch to Snow. No, you can call it an intentional walk. It's not a house rule. Of course you can call it. Intentional walk, bases loaded. He's going to pitch to Snow. Since that was an intentional walk, I do not count that against Sauerbeck's hitters faced. So I moved but now he will be tired after Snow. 2 down. Bases full of G-men. 3-2 Giants. Sauerbeck got a pitch to Snow. The Pirates still trying to keep it air. Strategy roll. Nothing on the 1. Bernard actually gets the jump to come home, but that's not happening. Sauerbeck. 1-2. Strikeout plus. Swing and a miss. Struck him out, and he gets out of it. Stadium cheers. Yay. No runs, a hit, and a couple of walks. As Sauerbeck gets out of it, it stays 3-2 going in the bottom of the 6th. Sauerbeck is tired, by the way. We'll see what we do with him in the 7th. Do I think there'd be any interest in a YouTube community history maker game where I create cards or wants to participate? I think so. Dave, I think everybody would be interested in whatever you do because you're one of the best, you're one of the top guys out there that's been doing this. But yeah, I think so. Ortiz will come on to pitch. He can pitch to 6 more before he tires. Mike Benjamin leads off a Pittsburgh, and he's 0-for-1 with a hit batter. 3-2 Giants, bottom of the 6th. 1-game playoff in game 1 of this NLWS. Ortiz, 4-2, wild pitch at the blank. Benjamin, 6-1, powered into left field, and that's going to be a leadoff triple. A power against the leadoff, against the lefty, that's a 6, and against the righty, that's going to be a triple, and the Pirates at the tying run 90 feet away. Leadoff triple for Benjamin. The next batter is Morris. Infield in. Morris is 1-for-2 with no outs. I will use the infield in chart. Benjamin on at third base. Ortiz will set up. Strategy roll. Nothing on the 16. Ortiz will deal. Ortiz, 4-5. Hit by pitch. Plunk. Ouch. He hits Morris. Morris a 3. -1 makes him a 2. That is a 2, and he hit him. And now the go-ahead run is on base. That's a second hit batter, too. From now on, all pitchers will be ejected, and that dreaded 66 roll is now active. Next batter is Brown. He's 0 for 2. Infield is still going to play in. Ortiz sets up against Brown. Strategy roll, nothing on the 17. Morris stays at first. Ortiz will deal. Ortiz, 3-6, walk plus. No, 17 is too high. Brown, 1-2, it's a fly ball to right field. That's going to be caught by Burks. It's out number 1. Brown, a sacrifice fly of 2. Hit the right, +1 is a 3. No, Benjamin, a base running of 5. It's hit to right field. Benjamin thinking of coming in to score. That's a 4-1, and he will come in to score. Deep enough, Benjamin scores. Morris stays at second base, tied at 3. Stadium cheers. Yay! Sacrifice fly for Brown. And now we're tied at 3. There's 1 out. Next batter is Oliver. Oliver is 0 for 2. Greg Brooking joins us here at Three Rivers Stadium. I want to introduce everyone, by the way, to Greg Brooking. I have been talking with him recently as a new subscriber to the network. This man is a college, I believe you said you were a college professor who has written historical books, okay? A very intelligent man. Please say hello to this guy. This guy he does play, I believe he plays season ticket and payoff pitch. So welcome, Greg Brooking. He is now officially a networker. So Morris on at first, 1 out. Got a good crowd here for tonight. So Morris on at first, strategy roll. Nothing on the 12. Ortiz will go ahead and he will pitch. Ortiz, 2-6, range play. Oliver, 5-1, fly ball, center field. It's hit to Bernard. Bernard's range is a 2. Nope, that's going to be a base hit. That's going to be a single to center. And that's actually going to, Morris will automatically stop at second base on a range play, single to center. So Oliver has a hit. Pinch hitter coming in for Scott Sauerbeck as the Pirates are going to go to the bench. And they're going to bring out, let's see who the Pirates are going to bring out. And coming on to pinch hit for the Pirates is going to be Adrian Brown. 270 average, 4 homers, 17 RBIs, switch hitter. So Adrian Brown will come on to pinch hit. Runners at first and second here. 5 of the 6, tied at 3. Morris at second. Oliver on at first. Ortiz looking to pitch to Brown. Fans here hoping for a big hit. Strategy roll. Nothing on the 18. Ortiz will deal. Ortiz, 4-6. It's a blank. Brown, 2-6. And that's hit to center field. It'll stay up there. It'll fly out to center. Marvin Bernard will make the catch. That is out number 2. Morris, a 5-1. He'll make third. Oliver does stay at first base. And that is out, but that is out number 2. Deep enough on a fly out, so Morris will go to third base. And now we'll see a pinch hitter. We'll now see the next batter is Martin. Martin is 0 for 3. He is 0 for 3. So runners at the corners with 2 outs. Marianne. Okay. My chat guys are crazy there, Greg. You'll have to they're a little bit you got to realize, Greg, my chat guys are here actually watching me roll dice and move cards on the table. Okay? You got to realize, Greg, they got no life, okay? They got no lives. Morris on at third, Oliver on at first, 2 outs. Martin the batter. Ortiz will be tired after Martin. Strategy roll. Nothing on the 18. Ortiz trying to get out of this jam. Ortiz, 4-4. Strikeout. Got him. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Inning is over. Pirates tie it up. 1 run on 2 hits and a sacrifice fly and a hit batter. We're tied at 3 after 6. Ortiz is now tired, as now we go to the 7. Tied at 3, leading off for the Giants is Ellis Burks. He is 0 for 2 with a walk. Pirates need a pitcher. They got 2 righties and a lefties coming up. So coming on to pitch for the Pirates is going to be Brad Klontz. 1 win, 3 losses, 2 saves, a 2.74 ERA. Ritchie, of course, now is off the hook, so he's going to get a no decision for the game. So he'll get a no decision. Ortiz still has a chance to get a win or a loss. Klontz will pitch to Burks here. 1, 2. So here comes now top of the 7th. Klontz. 5-3. Home run chance. The 10 is good. Wow. And against the righty, Burks needs a 20. And I don't have to re-roll that because that ball is pretty much gone. Kaboom! That ball is pretty high. That ball is pretty deep. And that ball is pretty gone. Home run, Ellis Burks. Stadium barfs. Yeah. Ellis Burks gets the first home run of the postseason. And that's his first. He had 31 bombs. Klontz goes ahead. A home run chance. That was a 10. It didn't matter. I didn't have to roll anything else on that. And Burks makes it 4-3. Next batter is Aurelia. Aurelia 1 for 2, a double and a walk. Klontz can pitch to 4 batters. So Ellis Burks gets the first home run of the playoffs. Klontz, 5-4, strikeout, no. Aurelia, 3-6, a ground out to third, taken care of by Benjamin. And he'll throw to first for out number 1. Next up is Maine. Maine is 0 for 3. Klontz will deal. Klontz, 2-6, strikeout, and got him. Called strike 3 on Maine. And that's the second out. And we'll see a pinch hitter for Russ Ortiz as he's now done. He leaves with a W. We'll see he holds it. And the Giants will go to the bench. And coming on to pinch hit against Klontz will be Armando Rios. 327 average, 7 homers, 29 RBI.